Jill's been invited in to this man's apartment. She saw a woman leaving earlier and assumed it was his wife, but he says no, it wasn't, it was the char. He doesn't look surprised when he peers through his spy hole to see her there, almost as if he's expecting her, been waiting for her, although he acts as if it's all spontaneous, and he's quick to invite her inside. She's wearing a coat and gloves. He looks very casual with an open shirt and a cardigan. He looks about for mid-40s and has a full head of straight, darkish brown hair, medium brown hair. Not a tall man, probably about 5'8", with a sober, educated type of demeanour. He has an affable, approachable, relaxed type of manner, but he does seem to be over familiar, and he gestures Jill by touching her lightly on the arm and shoulder. In a way, it's quite unusual for someone you don't really know. When Jill comes inside, he makes a show of buttoning up his cardigan and mentioning the windows, etc., which are pretty ropey, and he wrings his hand in and offers her a seat while he switches on, ignites the gas living room fire to get them warm, and Jill sits down on the settee and puts her bag of samples and her handbag down on the settee. He's having quite a good look at her. He notices her polished shoes and asks her to take them off if she wants because they're wet. This surprises her, and he says he can go into the kitchen and dry them out. At least that's what that's his excuse, and he's sticking to it. So he doesn't take no for an answer, leaving Jill a little bit feeling of exposure when she's not got her shoes on. Clearly she can't just walk out the door now because he's taken her footwear away. So she does wonder about this. He looks at the shoes, very nice, pretty shoes, flat, small heel. He looks at them very closely and puts them on top of the counter in the kitchen very carefully. Meanwhile, Jill takes an opportunity to dry out her scarf in front of the gas fire, not realising he's going to come back quite quickly and catch her performing this task. He enters the room again and she jumps back as if she's been caught doing something naughty, but she's only really trying to dry out her scarf. But it's a bit embarrassing for her. He grins away as if it's no big deal at all, and attempts to keep a reassuring demeanour. Joe becomes a little bit more relaxed, and because of his amiable manner, she sits on his settee. She's still got her coat on. She pulls out a cigarette, one of her own, and he gallantly, politely lights it with a match. He doesn't smoke himself. He blows the match out, and she takes a puff on her fag. He takes this opportunity to sit next to her on the couch while he's impersonating a train commuter. He picks up a newspaper and peers over it in a jokey type of way, as if to say that's the type of thing you expect when you're on a train. Jill takes some deep drags on her cigarette and is becoming more open and more relaxed as he talks away with his gentle manner.